And for your insight, we move to South America for our next story, where Colombia's President Gustavo Petro has said that no hypothesis was being ruled out in the investigation into the shooting of opposition Senator Miguel Uribe, a potential presidential candidate for 2026. Let's take a listen.
Ahora no hay más que hipótesis, y las hipótesis no pueden ser descartadas de antemano, porque viciamos como que un dirigente político de Colombia, no importa su posición, su color de camiseta, su pensamiento, haya sido víctima de un intento de asesinato que ojalá no prospere. Y el Estado todo de Colombia se pone al servicio de la...
Protests erupted outside the hospital where the senator is being treated, with demonstrators chanting, "Petro is a murderer" and "Down with Petro." The 39-year-old was shot and seriously wounded during a campaign event in Bogotá. Paramedics said he was shot 3 times, twice in the head and once in the knee, and remains in critical condition after being airlifted to hospital. The suspect, who is a minor, was arrested at the scene and is in custody, according to Colombia's defense minister. Police say they are investigating whether others were involved. Uribe, a senator from the Conservative Democratic Centre Party, is considered a prominent opposition voice. His party called the attack a grave assault on democracy, while his wife urged citizens to pray for his survival. The United States has strongly condemned the attempted assassination. Secretary of State Marco Rubio has called it a direct threat to democracy and blamed violent leftist rhetoric from Colombia's government for contributing to a climate of political violence. The US State Department also issued a statement demanding accountability and justice. Authorities in Colombia have offered a multi-million peso reward for information leading to the perpetrators. We turn now to the Middle East, where Hamas has confirmed the death of Sheikh Asad Abu Sharia, the Secretary General of the Mujahideen movement, and his brother Ahmed Abu Sharia in an Israeli airstrike on Gaza City's Sabra neighborhood. On the other hand, 6 Palestinians were killed and several others were wounded by Israeli gunfire near a US-Israeli-backed aid center. The incident occurred while civilians gathered for food distribution in southern Gaza. The Israeli army claims it fired warning shots after suspects approached in a threatening manner. This comes as the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, otherwise known as the GHF, halted operations, citing threats from Hamas, a claim which Hamas denies. Back in Israel, thousands protested on Saturday, demanding the return of hostages and condemning Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's handling of the war. And in a grim warning, Hamas's armed wing claims the Israeli military has surrounded the location of hostage Matan Zangwaye, but vowed he would not be retrieved alive. This is what the emotional mother of the hostage said.
היום חמאס פרסם שמתן שלי נמצא בסכנת מוות! הלחץ הצבאי מתקרב אליו ומציב אותו בסכנה מיידית! אני לא יכולה לשאת עוד את הסיוט הזה! מלאך המוות נתניהו
We move now to the United States for our next story, where President Donald Trump has deployed 2,000 National Guard troops to Los Angeles under Title X authority, overriding California Governor Gavin Newsom's objections. The move comes amid escalating protests against mass immigration arrests in Latino communities, with Border Control using tear gas and federal forces facing off against demonstrators. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth warned that active duty Marines may be mobilized next. While the Insurrection Act has not been invoked yet, the Trump administration's language is drawing comparisons to its 2020 response to George Floyd protests. Governor Newsom and Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass condemned the federal intervention, calling it politically motivated and dangerous. But the White House accused California Democrats of failing to maintain order and vowed to crack down on what it called an invasion of illegal immigrants. We stay in the United States once again. US President Donald Trump says his relationship with tech billionaire Elon Musk is now over. In an interview, Trump was asked if he thought his relationship with Musk had ended. Trump replied in the affirmative, stating, quote, "I would assume so, yes." When asked if he had any wish to repair the relationship, Trump said, quote, "No." The comments follow a public falling out between the two men that unfolded over social media this week. The feud began after Musk, who donated heavily to Trump's campaign and served in his administration, criticized Trump's signature tax and spending bill, calling it a disgusting abomination. Trump later accused Musk of being disrespectful to the office of the president and said he was, quote, very disappointed in the tech mogul's behavior. In that same interview, Trump warned that Musk would face very serious consequences if he funds Democratic candidates to run against Republicans who back the bill. When asked what those consequences might be, the president declined to elaborate. We once again